Weird. Hello, everyone. Welcome and good afternoon, all you ladies and gentlemen, and also the not so gentlemen, which I encounter quite often here in a live stream. So, but yeah, I hope you're all having a good Monday. Oh, I forgot. I knew there's something I need to change. Need to switch it to English. There we go. Hello, BT. Happy 68th. Thank you. Those balloons have been there for a while. If you're talking about those, they weren't for that case, that cause, that reason. I can't think of the word. I made some banana chocolate brownie dough batter. So I need to put that in the oven. I'm just gonna let it rise a little bit. I guess I don't know if that helps at all. Missed out on the 6-7 stream yesterday. I know. Yeah, yesterday, Sunday, I was quite busy for a Sunday, and it was not a good day. I did not have a good day. And today my stomach is feeling quite funny, so my intestines have not been feeling well this Monday, but I guess they're just having a case of Monday. How about you? A 69 stream tomorrow? Just for the shows? I should. I should. Why not? Bring it on. I know I'll get you know, first world problems. There's worse things out there. Do I shave my pits? I hope so. I just realized I was like, well, but then again, I'm European, so don't you all expect me to not do that anyway? So, right? I don't want to, ruin y'all's imagination or image of a European. So I probably shouldn't shave it. I'll shoot to tell you guys a funny story. What is the funny story? Oh, you wait for him. Okay, I got you. Hey, Cody. Hi, El. Who? Y'all have way too long names. If you're not, um, the I don't know, Sheikh of Saudi Arabia or something, y'all don't need a long name like that. Just saying. But at the same time, y'all can do what you want. But it's hard to pronounce it during a live stream. I'm drinking my homemade coffee. Cheap, but effective. In a little French press. For 7 minutes to replay the best memory of your life. No need to know. Nice name, by the way. And that is very sweet. I appreciate that. But I hope I wouldn't be the last thing you see before your brain goes to wherever it goes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cody. If you hear any background sounds, it's just this random guy that comes into my apartment and plays on my Xbox, so just ignore. Overdose cuteness. Overdose is never cute, but thank you. Shh. Go away. Fruit fly. I have my windows open today. If you can't hear it, I'm German, and I don't agree with the whole American thing of having your windows closed for 20 years straight without ever opening them and never having a breeze of fresh air coming in. So I do open my windows, and sometimes that means like a fly or a wasp will come in, so that's like the downside of it. But I like having fresh air. Thank you. No need. That's very kind of you. Hi, Mian. Yes, of course I know BTS. Hello. But how would I not? Thank you, Cody. That's very kind of you. Thanks for the chili. I can't eat spicy though, so don't send me too many chilies, please. I can't take the spice. Hi, Clandestino. To Turkey. Hey, Jay. My job. Well, which one? Thanks, Cody. Appreciate it. It's too kind of you. Let me take a sip of coffee before I tell you about my job. I like that stuff. Let me collect my brain for a second. ADHD brain, self-diagnosed, of course, as everyone. I feel like everyone says they have ADHD nowadays, don't they? It was gluten intolerance like 2 years ago or 5 years ago. Nowadays, it's ADHD. And maybe it's true. Maybe they're adding something to the food that we all get the same stuff in the end. So I guess we're not even wrong. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Christian. Grüße nach Berlin. She could tell us, yeah. Do you really want to know? That's the question. Do you want to know about my job? If you would ask the airports when I tried to enter the United States from Germany, and I would have to go through all those hearings, they would probably assume I have different jobs than what I actually do. But if I tell you the real story, it's much less exciting what they thought it was. So I basically just I have a little summer break right now because it's really hot outside and the older folks don't want to get out. But usually I do like a little exercise class for older ladies or experienced ladies, as I like to call them, where we do exercise and stretching, yoga, blah, blah, blah. And then I have a food bank, or I don't have it, but I'm leading a food bank where we give out food to people in need. And I also work as an interpreter for a historic settlement where we have tourists and school classes coming through, and we're just showing them around, telling them about the 18th century, or the 1800s and the 19th century, sorry. And guess I'm not good at my job. I already misspoke. But, all that fun stuff. I like having a lot of different things to do. I don't like having just like one thing. I've always been like that. I like being on the move all the time and doing all kinds of stuff. So I like having different tasks and not getting bored. And YouTube, of course. YouTube turned into a little side hustle, I guess, but it's still my hobby. Like it's not on any like professional level, obviously, since I'm still small. But definitely, if I wanted to, I could see it a little bit as a job if I would take it a little bit more seriously, I guess. Thank you. No need to know. Appreciate it. Sorry, my throat is not used to the Tennessee pollen still after 3 years of living here. Why can't more immigrants to America be like you? I don't know. How are other immigrants? Ever communicated with Pennsylvania Dutch-speaking Amish? No, but I listen to YouTube videos. Some people ask before if I can understand Amish people speaking, and of course, there's different accents or different languages among them or descent, so it varies a little bit. I feel like, but I can't understand it. It just sounds like people that are extremely drunk to me. Like I really have to listen. I'm like, what? Like it's like you know what they're saying, but it sounds so. Don't take offense, but it sounds so annoying because I could technically understand it, but it's really hard. So you really have to focus so much on like what they're saying, and it's like listening to someone at 4 a.m. after they like went out to a bar and had like 10 too many drinks. So that's how it sounds like to me. And no offense, obviously, it's just my perception of the language. Wie geht's dir heute? Ganz okay, Christian, danke der Nachfrage. Meinem Bauch geht's halt nicht so gut. Ich habe ein bisschen Magengrummeln, aber sonst alles gut. Vielleicht habe ich zu viel gegessen oder zu komische Sachen gegessen. Und dir? Alles gut? Thank you. Legendary. I'm from Germany. I live in the United States. Hi, Troy. First dog sent to space, one way. Yeah, I'm thinking about sending my dog to space. So here's the second dog. The first male dog going to space. So if you ever hear about him on the news, it's Oscar, the first male dog in space. We're still we're in talks with Elon, and can I get you? Oh, sorry, I don't use Insta. Dialect is completely different, right? That's what I thought too. I don't know too much about it. He has family that are Amish, but never visited them. How many piercings do you have? 568. Kidding. I was just thinking about me having 568 piercings, which is a funny picture in my mind. Danke, Christian. Nee, das Paul, no joke. Anyways, today is technically Oscar's meal prep Monday, but I have to confess, we're in the confession seat right now, so you're the priest, basically. I already cooked Oscar's food yesterday because Oscar is such a hungry boy at the moment. Even though his body is so tiny, he eats a lot of food and he also discards it quite often. So we have to go many walks. A little bit TMI, but he eats a lot, so I had to cook his food a day prior. So I cooked it yesterday instead of doing it today. Today we're making some human food. I hope that's okay with y'all too. And I don't even know what we're making. Probably some tzatziki or something, like some Greek yogurt dip. Can I send my ex to space instead of dog? I don't know, protector. Do you really want them to be up there? Well, I guess why not? I mean, maybe we can all find a planet where we can send all our exes together, and then they can all do X stuff up there and cheat on each other together on this planet, and there's no escape. How would we call that planet? Planet X? I think Elon Musk would like that. That would be a good name for him. You speak English. Some people don't even speak the language. I guess you have that everywhere. A lot of Germans complain about that too, that a lot of people that move to Germany or immigrate to Germany, they don't speak German either, even after many, 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 many years of living there. And I'm sure that has many reasons, it's not just as simple as that. So it's easy to criticize, but when you come to a new country, it's very normal for people from like different countries to stay in like a little bubble in a group where they feel comfortable. It's just a human thing that you want to be in the group where you know people and you can communicate with them. It's much harder to get out of there or break out of this and like mingle with other people that you don't know, the culture you don't know, the language you don't know. So in our minds, it doesn't make sense that they don't speak the language, but in reality, it's really hard to break out of that cycle of just hanging out with your people or the people that where you that you came with to a different country. So I think that's normal, no matter what country you look at, where people migrate to. Stephen King. Ich habe einige Stephen King Bücher da hinten. Ich habe aber nur 2 gelesen tatsächlich. Aber die Filme habe ich, glaube ich, fast alle gesehen, würde ich mal sagen. Und du? Hi, Jeannie. Sorry, I'm scrolling down real quick. I'm way too high up there right now with the messages. I'm like 10 minutes behind. Hi, Kamal. How you doing? Bendo? Oh, Ben. Oh, Dominic. So there we go. Not Bendo. Nice Fox. Yes, I'm from Germany originally, but I live in the United States. Hi, Cody. Hi, Muhammad. Welcome back. Actually, unemployed. No, how about you? Are you unemployed if you're on a live stream watching? Or I have 3 jobs. 3 and a quarter if YouTube would be a quarter. Chapstick. Almost. I thought it was almost glue. Maybe it is. That's probably what my partner would give me as a chapstick, so I would shut up. That would be a good birthday present. I should suggest that to him. Like getting some glue and taping some like lip balm, like fake lip balm wrapper around it. Problem solved, huh? No more yapping. That's a good idea. King is so. Um, thank you very much. How many languages do you know apart from English? German, obviously, since I am German. German, English, Chinese, and Swedish. I used to speak French in school, but that was many, many years ago because I grew up next to the, or I lived next to the French border in Germany. That's where I grew up and lived most of my life. So I lived right next to the Swiss and the French border, where the Swiss Alps are, like that area down there in the Black Forest. So most people there speak French because it's just, it makes sense when you're right there, you know, rather than like learning Spanish or anything like that, because it's like further away from where I'm at. Hey Nash, good to see you. Thank you, Silu. So today was technically Oscar's meal prep Monday, but I just confessed that I had already cooked for Oscar yesterday because Oscar's such a hungry fella right now. He eats so much food I can't even keep up. So he's hungry all the time, which makes me happy. It's a good sign since he's such an old dog, you know. It's good to see them eat. I would be much more concerned if he wouldn't eat anymore or if he ate less. So him eating like a young stud, no, a puppy stud. Um, I have that Tennessee Stud song in my head when I think about Oscar because I often use it for his shorts. I thought it was funny, or fitting. But yeah, he eats a lot. So I cooked yesterday for him. I made lamb chops with oatmeal and zucchini, fresh from the garden. And yeah, that's what I made yesterday. So today we're just making a little like tzatziki dip, like a Greek yogurt dip, and just keeping it pretty short. I just wanted to say hi, wish everyone a happy Monday, and hope you're all getting through your Monday okay. How's your Monday going? Everyone's asking me, so how's your day going? Hey Star, what are you saying today? Hi Cash. To all my stats. I watched the last bit when you teased him with cheese. Poor boy. He likes cheese. Like I don't feed him cheese, like super rarely, like maybe like a tiny little piece, but I don't really eat cheese myself, so we barely ever have it. What profession no you belong? Technically, I'm a linguist by trade from like I graduated in Chinese, but I don't work with that right now. So my profession is different from my trade or my actual profession, I guess, or my job is different from that. I don't know if you ask for job or profession. I never know what to answer to that because my job and my profession or my trade is different. I am neither. I'm from Germany, but I live in the United States. Ichan. Tsunade? Who's Tsunade in Naruto? Well, guess what? I got my smarty computer right here. Better not be ugly. I take that. Hey, blah. Hey, puppy. Welcome back. Do you have an accent? Oh, sure. I sure have accents, whatever language I speak. I mean, I have an accent in English, and English is my most fluent out of my not native language. So if I already have an accent with that one, you can only guess how bad the accent is. Did you leave Germany to the United States for better economic opportunities? Hey, random. Oh, you've been here for a while, sorry. Um, no, I never left Germany for that reason at all. Germany is a good country to live in, so I never like escaped Germany for, if you want to use that term. I just happened to end up here. Like life just led me here because I met an American soldier in Germany, and I just graduated university, so it was much easier for me to, change my location because as a soldier you can't just pick where you want to go. So I was the one that made the sacrifice and came here, and that's how I ended up here, and I really like it. So I'm not upset about it. There's ups and or pros and cons to both countries, like Germany and America or United States. It's great to live in both, but certainly more economic opportunities here and better payroll or pay in general. Like if you work, technically, I guess if you work at McDonald's here in America, you would make more than someone that has a master's degree um, in Germany. Sometimes, if you really like work, like not just like 20 hours a week, but yes, I came to know that you're married. Is your boyfriend? I don't think I ever called him my boyfriend. Um, Happy birthday, Jurassic. Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies. Nice name. The US economy is horrible. Most people who are homeless and poor work full time. I think the economy at the moment is pretty horrible no matter where you go. But yeah, it is definitely interesting times, but I think that's always been interesting times. Maybe I feel like the world was very okay and very normal in like 2017, 18 or so, and then everything just after the whole like thing, I'm not gonna mention it here. YouTube doesn't like that word. After the whole thing happened in 2019, 20, everything was a little weird. Wouldn't you agree? All went downhill. You'll never make any money on YouTube, just have a waste on time. Well, that's not why I'm here. I work 3 jobs, so I think if I want to make money, I probably should focus all my time on YouTube if I want to make money with it, but it's just a creative outlet. And thanks for the life advice. I probably won't make any money by watching a live stream either. All right, let's get started with making some food and trying to keep my live streams around like an hour because I have other stuff throughout the day to do, unfortunately. I wish I wouldn't, but with like working, I don't have that much time. Keep it on short if you want. This. Oh, nice. It still looks good. I was worried. Cucumbers are tricky. They look good one day, and then the next day they look bad. So, and talk about money on YouTube. I agree, it's really hard to make money on YouTube, I would say. So if anyone wants to make this your profession, that is certainly very, very hard to do. But if you want to have it as like a little side hustle and you're enjoying creative things and you enjoy like the creative aspect of it and the social aspect, I think it's a good thing to do. But of course, don't expect to make like thousands of dollars. I probably make like, I don't know, a couple hundred a month from YouTube. So it's like a side gig, and everything of that goes like towards my dog and stray cats I'm feeding. So it's like money for them that I can use freely, without thinking about, oh man, can I afford those nice treats for my dog right now. Like if it's because everything that comes in from here goes to a separate place, like a second bank account. I call it my dog's bank account because it's not his name. Obviously, you can't have a bank account with a dog's name, but it's his account, you know. So, um, but yeah, you can certainly make money on YouTube. Um, if you get monetized, like YouTube pays me a little bit for the ads that I put in front of my videos on my live streams. So whenever you watch an ad, I get a cent or so from that. It's not much, but you know it adds up to a little bit, and or donations. But it's not that I'm dependent on it at all, and it's definitely not needed. No one needs to donate anything unless you want to. Give me the ability to control chat. I see some creeps today. Blah blah. I'll be back in a second. I gotta pick up Oscar real quick. Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming at me, huh? The waiting was worth it. Cucumber is gonna be made into a Greek sauce called tzatziki. I hope I pronounced it right. Now gaze at the sky. Yes, exactly. Beautiful sky, aka ceiling. Hi everyone. Happy Monday. Oscar, you got something to say? Your microphone. I'll let you down. Mwah. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. All right, let's get started. Hi, Anik. Have you ever tried beef jerky? Yeah, when I first came to the US for like we went on a camping trip and we stayed much longer than we were thinking we would, and I was really hungry, and some of us had beef jerky with them, and I tried it. And since I don't really eat meat, it tasted interesting, but nothing that I would need every day, if you know what I mean. Um, are you going to move to another country? I don't think so. Trust me, it is really hard to immigrate to the United States. So after coming here, or going through all those steps, it would probably be a little foolish of me to leave. Not anytime soon, at least. So yeah. Where's everyone from? I see so many different or new names today. Beef jerky. It's a weird name. What makes it weird? Blah blah. Never thought about it. Should probably put it in a bowl rather than a plate. Oh well. Too late now. We made it dirty. Hi Richard. So yeah, we're gonna grate this cucumber real quick. Not the whole thing, just half or so. So tzatziki is a very refreshing Greek or Mediterranean. It is Greek, technically. So it's a Greek yogurt sauce that I use a lot for all kinds of stuff, like oven potatoes, like roasted veggies. Use it for any meat, of course. Um, it goes really, really well. It's like super refreshing with the cucumber, but very savory too because of the garlic that we're gonna add. It's really good. It's difficult to immigrate to any country except if you live in Europe and moving to a European country. Oh, it's super easy. If you're European and you want to live in another European country, you just move there, pretty much, and that's it. There's not much effort in that. Maybe to the United Kingdom, it's a little harder right now because of the Brexit. So it's not as easy to go to the UK. But any other European country, if you're a German, for example, it's really easy. So I could just move to the Netherlands or Belgium tomorrow if I wanted to. From Neptune, nice. I saw the night sky here in Tennessee looks really beautiful at the moment. I don't know, I've never noticed it to be honest, but you can see Venus. It's Venus and which one was it? Venus. Oh, I forgot the other one. Mercury? No, one of them. Really, really bright on the night sky. It's like really, like almost scary. Like it looked like a second moon. I was like, what is that? So there's like an app that you can use and it will show you like what stars are right in front of you. I'm a physiotherapist. I want to go to Germany for job upgrade my degree. I'm from India. That's a good idea. Yeah, especially in the health industry. Anything where you help people in the health industry is highly needed in Germany. So you'll have a lot of good um, options in Germany. You're German. What's your favorite car? Oh, that's hard. It depends. We're talking about looks, reliability, practicality, comfort. There's many, many ways. The clutch, the way of like, I don't know the English word for that. Kupplungsweg. I drive a manual, like with the stick. So some cars have a very like a short way for the clutch, where it feels awkward. Some have like a super long one. So I feel like BMW does has a very short one, and I don't like driving BMWs at all. I like to look at them. And, I like their optics, but I don't like driving them. And I like Audi. I like driving Audis. The best place in Germany to visit, obviously, my hometown, my home area, in the Black Forest. So for me, it is really the Black Forest. That or well, Germany is really beautiful in many places, to be honest, but also a little boring. But that's also because I'm from there, and you know, when you're from somewhere, it can be as beautiful as it wants to be. It will never have that same feeling as if you're traveling somewhere and you get that like wow effect if you're from a completely different area. But I would say the Black Forest. Do you live in LA? No, I couldn't afford LA, and I wouldn't want to live in it either. I am from Tennessee. Hi, algorithm. Hi, Wolf. Mm, thank you, Anik. I do like trying to catch up with everything. I mean, I don't have any complaints about beef jerky. It just feels like a slang. It sounds like a slang, really. Um, but yeah, it is difficult to immigrate to the United States. Going back to your question, puppy. Um, it is relatively easy to immigrate to European countries, I would say, but the United States, uh, yeah, you gotta be very patient or lucky or skilled. That's another way to get in. Um, yeah, and even if you have those things, it's still hard and expensive, very expensive. I had to work my behind off in Germany before I came to America. After university, I worked a while in Germany just to make some like money, and then I didn't want to come empty-handed, and I didn't come here intentionally, like trying to immigrate. It just happened that I stayed after a while, after traveling back and forth. I was just over it. And yeah, I'm glad I saved up enough money to be able, to afford all the immigration. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back. Long time no see. You couldn't live in the US. Any specific reasons, like politics, or it's the most common reason people tell me that they would not agree with? And I mean, I do not, I don't think you need to agree with everything in the country that you live in, because that is really hard. Like, I don't agree with everything that's happening in Germany or in probably any country, to be honest. So, but I do understand if people say that, for sure. Yeah, Seattle would be cool. I agree. I would like Washington too. We were actually thinking about moving or relocating to the Pacific Northwest, just because it would be closer to the climate that I'm used to from the Black Forest. But at the same time, it's not really. Yes, the pine trees and the mountains would be similar, but the rainy climate and the misty fogginess would be very different. But I do enjoy weather like that. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm staying here in Tennessee long term or not, because it's really hard, especially right now. It's like unbearable. If you step outside, it feels like stepping into. Have you ever been to a sauna? Like one with the steam, not the infrared, like the traditional ones. Really hot. It's almost unbearable. Hey, miss you. Thanks for stopping by on your break, on your precious break, because I know you don't have many of that or those. I hope your work is going well. And yeah, I hope it's not too stressful today. I hope you're taking some breaks, staying hydrated, and all the good stuff. I'm currently drinking my coffee that I made with a French press earlier. It's just because, I don't know, at the moment I need coffee. We're all not getting younger, right? You think so? Should I consider it? Maybe we'll be neighbors. That would be so cool. And then you can see Oscar. That'd be the dream. Oscar would be so happy to have you right there. I am from Germany and I'm in the United States right now. Maybe. If you move to the Pacific Northwest, cloudy weather for 7 months. Yeah, but honestly, it sounds weird to some people. I really enjoy cloudy weather and rain. So I think most people like sunny weather and blue skies, but Tennessee providing blue skies every single day, pretty much. And today, for example, it is cloudy and raining, but it's still hot. Like it's steaming hot. And I'm like, what are the clouds even doing? Like they're not helping at all. It just like makes everything, like it presses the hot air down. It keeps it all under the roof of the clouds basically. And it's like a like a steam sauna. And yeah, it's just uncomfortable. And it's just definitely first world problems right here. I'm not trying to complain about it too much, but I don't think it's my climate. It's kind of like Italy in America, but more humid than Italy. Cloudy weather is not for anyone. Well, technically, it's not good because of the vitamin D, you know, deficiency that you can develop with having so many clouds or so many cloudy days. But and it's 3.5 hours from the biggest city in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, you do? Is the biggest city Seattle, I would assume? So are you so you're not enjoying living in the Pacific Northwest, Puppy Owl? That's how it sounds like. So I shouldn't go there. Yesterday was hot, right now cloudy and rainy. Oh, I wish I could trade. It's cloudy and raining here too, but it's hot. So anyone likes the heat and humidity, come to Tennessee. This is your weather. What does thundery mean, cutie? That's a smart thing to call yourself Cutie in the thumb or in your YouTube name, because then everyone calls you Cutie. Smart, I should have thought about that. How much money do you want? I don't want any money. And we get hot weather in the summer. I like kind people, that's all I want here. Weather in the summer, but when I go 3 hours to that big city, then it's kind of colder. Mm. Hmm. So it's colder up in Seattle, I guess. Okay. I really want to visit it one day. I hear a lot of like scary stories about Seattle, just a little out of control, if you don't mind me saying that. That's just what I hear, in the news or what people tell me. But I had a friend recently going there, and he said it was really beautiful. Thank you. I take daily vitamin, right? Vitamin D supplement, English weather. Oh yeah, I got you. That's probably a good idea. Even people that have a lot of sun exposure and not in like cloudy weather, oftentimes don't have enough vitamin D, and vitamin D is really important for a lot of metabolic things going on, like your hormones in your body and everything. So your bones. So vitamin D is good. But don't forget, if you take vitamin D, you also gotta take vitamin K with it. So don't just do one. Always make sure, because a lot of vitamin D um, supplements that you can get don't always automatically come with vitamin K. So make sure it's like in balance. I like winters too. Yes, I like the snowy weather. Got a picture here of my dad and I from the Black Forest. This is how it looks like up there. So a lot of snow, and so you see the trees, right? This is why it's called the Black Forest. The trees look literally black because they're very just dark. So yeah, this is the Black Forest where I'm from. This is like how it looks like many months in the wintertime, and I miss that here in Tennessee. But it has a lot of positive sides because I can go kayaking and camping much longer throughout the year here. Your blonde hair glowing under the lights. Thank you, Sayan. I appreciate that. 17 Grad in Berlin. 17 Grad ist noch eine angenehme Temperatur, oder? Das hätte ich jetzt auch gerne. Statistica, I like mist too. I agree. Mist. I went, if you watch my last video on my channel, I went on a early morning hike with my dog and along a creek in the forest, and there was like so much like mist or like fog. I don't know what the difference is, but I think it's pretty much the same, isn't it? Over the creek, it was really beautiful. I had immune problems potentially because my vitamin D was borderline deficient. Oh, okay. Yeah, vitamin D is so important for your immune system, your whole body. Vitamin K, because I would have to look that up again. It's been a while that I looked it up or looked into it. I just remember that you need it. I can't give you the exact scientific explanation, but I think if you don't take the vitamin K, the vitamin D, if you do too much vitamin D, it can't even be absorbed very well because vitamin K needs to be involved in the process. So let me ask Google, Dr. Google, speak to us. Okay, so vitamin D acts as the gatekeeper. It actively increases your body's absorption of calcium from food and supplements. Vitamin K acts as the director. It activates specific proteins that guide that absorbed calcium directly into your bones and teeth. Okay. Yeah, I think vitamin K also has to do with your heart health, so that's another thing. But that's what I remember, that it has to do with calcium in your bones. So basically, if you want to use it for that purpose, it's definitely important to pair it with a vitamin K. But be careful because vitamin K and heart medicine, I think, can like correlate or, you know, so you need to look into that yourself. Seattle is the biggest city. I live 25 minutes away from there. Okay, bye, miss you. Sorry, I just read that. I hope I see you next time. Statistica, my parents. I can. So my dad passed away this Christmas. My mom passed away when I was a kid. And my dad was a chef. So he worked in the kitchen as a chef for many years. He always cooked delicious food. He was very outdoorsy. He told me everything about nature and like skills outside, like making a camp, axe throwing, knife throwing, making fire, cooking, foraging, saying what tree, like distinguishing trees and plants and stuff. So he taught me a lot of things. Thank you. I'm glad you like my accent. Super Unknown Plants. I like that name. That's a thing here for me, by the way. Just super unknown plants because I'm from Germany, so I'm not. I know plants in Germany very well, mushrooms and everything. I like to go foraging in Germany, but not here because I'm not very well versed with the flora here in Tennessee yet. So it's definitely one of my goals to get a little bit more acquainted with that and learn a little bit more about the trees here and the plants. Never hurts to know about the place where you're at. You never know when you're gonna need it. Hi, I'm from Yuva. I'm from Germany, but I live in the United States. So I'm gonna fill my cucumber in my little mason jar. That's usually how I keep sauces, just because I can just screw a lid on and put it in the fridge. So I just grated half a cucumber into the jar. It goes in this joint. Vishak, ja, ich spreche auch Deutsch. I am speaking German, or I speak German. I can, because I am German. It would be weird if I couldn't. Hey to the West Coast, Niva. Hi from the South, from Tennessee. I got garlic. I prep garlic throughout the week, usually, like 3 times a week, and leave it here. It doesn't matter if it dries out a little bit. Actually, if you have garlic sitting out, cut open like this for like 10-ish minutes or longer, it actually gets healthier because it reacts to oxygen in the air and increases the health benefits. So if you cut garlic, make sure you leave it out there for a little bit longer. You have a lot of friends migrate to your country. Do you mean to Germany? I would assume so. A lot of people immigrate to Germany. It's a good country to immigrate to. Can't fault anyone for it. It's very easy. And good social system over there. You basically get, yeah, provided a lot of things in Germany. This is no advertisement for my country, but I think it's probably no secret that it's a good country to immigrate to. Almost all cities in America are flat, and even if they have mountains, you have to drive a little bit to get to them. And like Seattle, they're around very close by. Yeah, I would enjoy having mountains very close by. Oscar, hi, Schatz. Sorry to see you. But yeah, I do miss my mountains. I mean, we do have the Smoky Mountains here in Tennessee, but yeah, you have to drive into the mountains unless you live in like Gatlinburg, where you're like in the mountains where they have the black bears. but I ain't rich, so I'm not living in Gatlinburg, unfortunately. I'm not far, but definitely can't afford to live in like the beautiful part of Tennessee. And the Nashville area is also really expensive. So Tennessee is not honestly not cheap, in my opinion. It's cheap compared to California, yes, but also so for my Greek yogurt sauce, I don't use yogurt because yogurt is too sour for me sometimes. Rusty, be nice to Oscar. So I use sour cream instead. And sour cream technically sounds more sour than yogurt, but it's not. I think it's way more mild and it is more like thick. I like it better. Tennessee has no mountains. Basically, it's flat almost. That's not true. And East Tennessee is very mountainous. It's part of the Appalachian Mountain region, which is like one of the oldest mountains or mountain range in America. So, but yeah, you're right when it comes to Western Tennessee or more like Middle Tennessee. It is very flat there. That's true. But East Tennessee is very mountainous. Yogurt over sour cream? Really? I like sour cream much better actually, but I mean everyone has their own taste, right? I'm obsessed with sour cream. Um, if I eat dairy, it's usually sour cream and feta cheese. That's the only dairy I really eat. Otherwise, I try to stay away from it for multiple reasons. But is it true that Belgium and Netherlands are flat countries? Yes, very true. The Netherlands are the flattest country I've ever seen, except apart from Arkansas. Arkansas and or Kansas, sorry. Driving through Kansas was the flattest place I've ever encountered. I remember driving through it for I don't know, we drove 16, 17 hours from Tennessee to Colorado, and you have to go through whole Kansas. And it is just all palms or fields, dry like dry fields where there's nothing growing on it, some cattle, oil palms, and fences, and just like some like grain storage places. It's just very flat. So I've never experienced that. I almost felt like being on a different planet, especially flatter than me. Yeah, a little bit. John, trust me, there's some things that would probably hurt me if you knew me, but that's not one of them. So try harder. Um, but yeah, it's the flattest place on earth I've ever been. Like I said, I felt like being on a different planet. Like it was weird. I definitely understand the saying that if your dog, I think it goes that way. If your dog runs away, you can see him like miles away from your house, or you can see a tornado coming like miles away because there's just nothing that blocks your view. I'm from Germany. All the states above Texas in the middle row are flat. Aren't they called the drive-through states or the flyover states, which is kind of mean. I'm sure there's beautiful places in all those states too, like Kansas and Missouri. I have a friend that's originally from Missouri, and she sent me pictures of Oscar's itching. If you're hearing that sound in the background, he has some like pollen allergy or grass allergy, and during this time of the year, it gets really, really bad. So I have to get him an allergy shot. I really tried to make him feel better by cooking him food that doesn't trigger any of his allergies. So it got much better than it was like last year, for example. But like now that it's June, it got really bad. Like his paws start itching. Hmm. Perfect. our yogurt dip is done. And the longer it stands around, the better it will taste because the garlic taste will come out better. So this is the perfect sauce for any like cucumber grilled like barbecue meat or grilled vegetables or oven roasted vegetables, anything really. The Great Plains, yes, you're right. The Midwestern States, yeah. Ich trinke nichts, Christian, obwohl doch hier mein Kaffee. Ich habe mir vorhin Kaffee gemacht. I made some coffee earlier. Which is cold now, but I don't mind it. You like my personality and my nostrils, so thanks. I think you're the second person that said that they like my nostrils, and I have no idea why, but well, I guess thanks. I think that's the weirdest compliment I got, but I don't know. Hey from Russia. It is really good. It's like my favorite sauce to make. It really goes with everything. Savory, obviously, nothing sweet, but it's really good. You ate Weißwurst in Germany. Did you like it? There's a lot of mixed feelings about Weißwurst. Like you either hate it or you love it, but I never really met anyone in the middle that says it's okay. So I guess it really throws people off sometimes when they have it for the first time because Weißwurst is first of all very white. It's like a bleached sausage, basically. That's how it looks like. It's like completely white, white like my dog, and he's a little hot dog too. Um, and it is very soft. It's like it's in the it's like pig's stomach, I think, and a pig's stomach, pig intestines as a skin, right? As most sausage use, and then you have to peel it out of the layer, like the skin, and then you eat around it or eat inside, so you get rid of the skin, and we call it zutscheln. So you take the skin off and you eat it like this, like with your fingers, and then you like zutschel it, like you like suck it out of it. It sounds very like not right. I know what you're thinking, but that's how we describe it when people ask us how to eat it. Like that's the right way to do it. You dip it in your sausage and your mustard, like your grainy sweet mustard, and that's the way you eat it. And then you eat it with some pretzels. Hi, Bearded. Yeah, Oscar is lost. Hello, hello. Um, Oscar is an old man, so sometimes he gets a little mm, confused because he has probably, I don't know. I don't want to think that. I hope he does not have it, but it seems like he has like onset dementia. Why do you always stream on this angle? Because I stream in my kitchen, Umberto. Cool name. And I'm in my kitchen. I stand. My phone is right there, and to be able to read it, I need to be a little bit closer so I can read it because my eyes are not that great that I can read so far away. So I will get closer to my phone, and I don't like sitting because sitting is the new smoking, if you know. Sitting is really bad for you, worse than you think, or most people think. So standing is where it's at. And yeah, I'm able to make something here. I'm able to stand. I'm able to talk to you. And I don't have a professional setup where I can put my phone on any like hole or anything. Not yet. Hopefully one day, but so far it's been working. And this is the only place like it's a little bit elevated where I can put my phone where it doesn't fall. 63 countries. Holy moly. Wow. That is a lot. Hey chicken. Welcome back. Long time no see. Hi David or David. When I was in Florida one summer, I heard loud thunder, the loudest thunder I've ever heard in my life. Well, Florida is apparently the state with the most lightning storms or thunderstorms, I heard. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard. I have visited Orlando many times during teenage years. I've never been to Orlando. I've been to the Tampa area once. It's the only time I've ever been. Mint in the sauce would be delicious, yes. I have tried that in the past. I don't have any mint right now. And oftentimes I like it without the mint because it's more savory that way. But it depends on what I'm making it with. Charcuterie. I haven't had charcuterie in a very long time. We never get thunder and no lightning. So the Pacific Northwest doesn't get a lot of thunderstorms, I guess. Um, you're planning to visit China? Why not? China is a cool country. I'd like to go back, but it's expensive. Oscar, come, come. You see him? Come, Shanty. You want to say hi? Come. Good boy. You're getting heavier by the day, little man. Oh, let me scroll down real quick. Sorry. Hi, user. Dog is pretty. I agree. You're a very pretty dog. You're very handsome, Oscar. Very cute. Yes. How much it weighs? Uh, should we share that, Oscar? Are you confident sharing your weight? I know people shouldn't ask about weight, but I think he's 15 pounds, 14, 15 pounds. His name is Oscar. Texas and Florida, I think, Oklahoma have the most amount of thunder and lightning. I could imagine. Oklahoma, scary. They have scary weather down there or up there. Up there? I think Oklahoma is on the same level as Tennessee, isn't it? Man, I don't Yahoo. Yahoo. I do not. The cat is. You see the cat? It's on the window. There you go. Hey, John. Thank you. He looks so upset. Yes, that's Oscar's personality. He's always upset. You can give him the most comfy bed, the biggest bowl of food. He will always find something he complains about. So he has his moments where he's very comfy and like not upset, but yeah, it's hard to please this little man, right? You're very spoiled. Yes, you're a little prince. He is a stray dog, a former stray dog, so you would think he would be not spoiled, but very spoiled. It's partly my fault. Most of it is my fault. Yes, bearded, of course. J'adore raclette. Raclette est magnifique. No, you wouldn't use that word for raclette, right? But I love raclette, yes. It's so good. It's one of my favorite meals. So if someone asks me what my favorite food is, it would be raclette. I oftentimes just don't mention it because most people don't even know what that is. Or mashed potatoes with red cabbage. Yes, study. I agree. Dogs are our best friends. Hi, Hitesh. Thank you. Oscar eats cooked meat. Okay, puppy. Thank you. Going to go and eat some baked quince fruit and baked Swiss chard. You know quince fruit, puppy. Sorry that you got to stay for a second now. Quince is one of my favorite fruits. Almost no one I ever talked to about fruit to in America. They don't even know what quince is because I don't think it grows here. Maybe in the Pacific Northwest then, but it's delicious. I'm not a jam or marmalade person, but quince jam is where it's at. Quince with a little bit of vanilla. Um, yeah, it's so good. So if you can find it at a store, you should give it a try. What did I eat today? I had a salad. I made salad at home for lunch with strawberries and avocado and red onion and pomegranate seed. It's really good. How about yourself? Trying to lose a little bit of weight, so I'm trying to stick to my salads now that it's hot, and I need to take advantage of the hot weather, and because I'm not very hungry when it's super hot outside, so I'm trying to lose a few during this month. I had raclette party today at home. You would be welcome today. Aw, thank you. I would come if I was invited to a raclette party. Say less, like my YouTube name, I guess. But yeah, raclette is where it's at. If anyone doesn't know what raclette is, it is how to explain it. Raclette is not just a food. Raclette is like a commitment to sitting down at a table for 3 hours, just watching your cheese melt slowly right in front of you, having the little grill, the raclette grill on the table, talking to your friends, prepping a lot of side items that go with it. So, like pickles and um, onions and mushrooms. What do you add to your raclette, Bearded? How does the perfect raclette table look like to you? And yes, with good wine is ooh la la. I agree. I have a funny story about ooh la la, by the way. So I have a friend that has Japanese family, and thank you, Jay, for the flower. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Um, I have to think hard about how that story went, but it doesn't really matter. The funny part is just that someone was traveling to France from the Japanese family side. So they have like American and Japanese family. And the Japanese side went to France and they learned the word ooh la la. So someone like people would call like pretty ladies ooh la la because you know what ooh la la means. And they didn't know what it meant. They thought it was just a nice word to describe a pretty girl. They didn't think it was like any like ooh connotation. So when they went back, they got pregnant and they called their daughter Ooh La La. So there that girl is in Japan called Ooh La La. I thought it was very cute. So imagine being called that. Hey Abdul, long time no see. Yes, how you doing? Hi Asim, welcome back. Danska? No, I'm not. I'm German. Um, Malaysia. Hi to Malaysia. Raclette party. Oh, read it already. But yeah, I wish I had raclette party. I had a raclette party actually this winter. We were snowed in at a friend's house and they bought a raclette machine because I told them so much about raclette and how great it is that they got a raclette grill. And we had raclette in the evening for just like regular raclette with cheese, pickles, um, mushrooms, paprika, bell pepper, all kinds of stuff to put on the grill. And then in the morning, we had breakfast raclette actually, which was really cool. We made pancakes in the raclette machine or the raclette grill. We made eggs and they had ham too, and just like multi-purpose raclette machine. It was really, really great. Hi, Jerry. Hi, big boy. Welcome back. Yeah, it is a little crazy, isn't it? But kind of cute too. Hey, Ball. I'm good too, Abdul. I'm feeling much better. Oh, your phone screen broke? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That is no fun. It happened to me before too. Hey, 69. Thank you for 69 likes, everyone. You want to go to Germany? Yeah, why not? Germany is a cool country. It's very, very pretty. I got a lot of yummy things to eat. So the food is like my favorite part of going to Germany, apart from seeing my family, of course. But yeah, German food is where it's at. My bread and pastries, it's not great for my goal of losing a few pounds, but it definitely makes me happy. I brought the machine too, hence the party. Raclette is healthy. I used to grill potatoes, mushrooms, meat, bell peppers, a bit of onion and tofu. That is good. I've never tried it with the tofu. It's a good idea, but it's exactly what we did at home. Of course, the boiled potatoes, you have boiled potatoes with raclette. So if you have raclette, you have golden potatoes. Yes, in German, I always have some peeled potatoes ready on my kitchen counter because I eat them every day pretty much. So I always prepare some more for the evening or next day or so. So I just had some here coincidentally. So you have potatoes, boil them with the peel, peel off, put them on your plate, smash them a little bit, or mash them a little bit, not smash, mash. Difference.
Smash.
That's one letter, but a big difference, I guess. So you can't just smash them. You don't need to smash them. And then you melt your cheese
Smash.
in your little, it's like a shovel,
Smash.
like a little pan where you melt cheese. And then there's a grill on top of that grill thing. So it has like an upper side and a lower side. The lower side is where you put your cheese in. The upper side is where you grill your peppers and your onions, your mushrooms, ham, or any meat that you want. And then you put your cheese on top of the potato. It's like melted, like imagine like melted cheese. And then you like grill it on top, and then you take it with like a spoon and then put it on top. And you can add some black pepper and pickles and any spices that you want, and of course some red wine, and it makes a delicious meal. That's all you need. Potato is an emotion. Yes, pretty much. It's like potato is my heart. And you might think this is gross, which it kind of starts looking a little gross, but this was a potato. It still is a potato. It was shaped like a heart, so it had a perfect heart shape, and it represented my potato heart. And I found it here in America a few months ago, actually. So it's been in my kitchen for quite a while, up there drying where the tea is. And I didn't have the hearts, no pun intended, to throw this away. So it's been withering away like my heart. And so yeah, this represents my little withered old potato heart. And I think I need to bury it in the ground. I'm a little scared. I don't know why I'm so attached to this potato. I know it doesn't look good anymore. It's literally just like a rock now. It's like you could probably dehydrate it and make it into a normal potato again. So, but this is just a story about the potato heart. Nintendo Direct. What is that? Is that what they show the new Nintendo games? Awesome. I do keep my hair open often, but for cooking, I like to like put it up. The anticipation of eating the grilled cheese with meat and veggies makes it special. I sometimes like peri peri or garlic powder on my raclette and the flavor. Oof. Feel it? Yeah, you know where it's at. Yeah. If I ever come to Paris, we need to have a raclette party. I feel like we have the same taste with raclette, with the topics and everything. Garlic powder, peri peri sounds. I call it piri piri. You call it peri peri? I call it piri piri. I don't know. Maybe it's German. Pronunciation and a little different. But garlic powder or smoked paprika powder or just sweet paprika powder on top of it. So good. Berlin, Gemüsekebab, 100 times better than Raclette. Ach, Gemüsekebab, ja, hast du recht. Ja, Döner and Raclette and Rotkraut or red cabbage and mashed potatoes. Really up there, like top 3. Yeah. Not sure about calling it a potato is something. Yeah, I don't know. It is technically it's a potato. At this point, it's a fossil. Just like me, I'm an ancient fossil at this point, anyways. So, like I said, it represents me very well. Me and that potato, a lot of things in common. Raclette cheese on doner kebab, please. Oh, hmm, hmm, hmm. There's a dish in on German Christmas markets with raclette cheese, where they have this big, like the raclette cheese is like this big. It's like a big round wheel of cheese, and they just cut it in half, and it has like just one, like big cheese cut in half, and they heat up the middle of the cheese, and then they like slice it down like this, or they like scrape it down like the melted parts, and then they put it on like a huge piece of sourdough that's been roasted before, like a roasted crunchy piece of sourdough, and they scrape that melted cheese on top of it. Oh my goodness, heavenly! It is so good. So I guess that would be similar to what you just said with the doner kebab. But like an actual doner kebab with raclette cheese, you would have to try that out. Challenge accepted when I'm in Germany next time. Me too. I didn't eat much today. I ate salad. I'm trying to convince myself that that is all I need because I hit a new what's it called? Personal record on the scale the other day. I was like, um, this is where I need to, set my boundaries for myself. I'm like, if I cross this line now and I let it go or happen, there's no turning back from this point. And yeah, that was my personal intervention yesterday. So yeah, need to slow it down a little bit just for myself. I'm not saying anyone else needs to do that. It's just for myself because I'm just not, feeling the healthiest, and I can do better than that, just health wise. So I need to like kick myself in the butt. Interesting about food or interesting sides or views on food. Yeah, food is definitely a big part of my life. I mean, food has been like during university, during my like studying in university. I had a job that was evolving around food, so I was a recipe creator and food photographer for many years. So it was part of my life, and my dad or was a chef, so I grew up with a dad as a chef. So food was always part of my life. I've always been around food and interested in it, and yeah. I am from Germany, Mr. Wealthy. I wish I could call myself Mrs. Wealthy, but I can't. That'd be a lie. Will you go to the prom with me? Aw, Jack, Nitro. I would. I would go to the prom with you. Send line to Google as a friend. Thank you, game. Same to you. Blessings to you too. Where's literally anyone and don't recognize anyone here from chat? Abda? Yeah, sometimes it depends on the day. So, a lot of people are either working right now, so if it's afternoon or not too late, people are either still working or I don't know. It depends on the day that I see some people on Fridays, some people I see on Mondays. So it depends on their schedules. And oftentimes YouTube doesn't send out a notification anymore. So some people don't get notified that have been following. So it's just, if they stumble up on the stream, I'm always happy, but always happy to meet new people too. But it's definitely nice to see familiar faces or names once in a while, so I feel less lonely. I get stage fright if I only see new names, because I'm technically a introvert person, and yeah, it's definitely still weird sometimes to do live streams. Not that I'm nervous or anything, but technically it's against my nature, but I think I'm warming more up to the idea of being more extrovert once in a while. So I guess I can be both. It depends. Okay, game. Calm down. He was my grandpa, okay? So that's why the resemblance. I'm kidding, of course not. I don't think that guy had any. Does he still have relatives? I don't think he had children, did he? Hi to Iran. Well, Whisker. Hey, we got a green name in the chat. We got a channel member. That's what it's called. It's super rare, but once in a while we're getting some greenies in here. So thanks for being a greenie, or a scrunchie, as I call the channel members. You can if you want to. No, I get the joke, Mr. Wealthy. I didn't think about that. Food photographer, well, I would fail miserably, as I would definitely eat it. So let me tell you about the job of a food photographer. It is not very fun because, so as a recipe creator and food photographer, you do all of the work, right? You write it down, you brainstorm, and then you get to the cooking. So you make the food, you film the food, you like take photos of the step by step, and then you take a photo of the end result. And if you cook something really yummy, it is really hard not to eat it. And then you gotta take the pictures from all the angles and make sure the lighting is good and you get the right lens on and everything. So it's definitely a process. And then when it comes to eating, it is cold. Your cat has licked it 10 times when you turned around for 5 minutes. Um, it is definitely not great if you like food. It's very fun, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it also took away a little bit of the fun for cooking because it was a job, So after like many years of doing it, I lost the joy in cooking for a little bit. So I took a little bit of a break and ate a lot of doner kebabs in the city after during graduation. Because during graduation, writing my thesis in the university was really hard to like do while still working because I was doing that pretty much full time online while I was going to university. So for that graduation semester, I kind of like took a break from the job, which was good because yeah, my passion for cooking came back after that. But making your passion into a job is not always ideal because yeah, it just makes it into like an obligation or like a chore. So it's not always great. But at the same time, it's a blessing if you can make your passion, your hobby into a job. So it has both sides to it. Thank you. Whisker also get awesome stickers. Yay, cute. Cute stickers. I gotta get close to see them. I need to make them bigger. I just realized. Ow! Can you speak German? Ja, ich spreche auch Deutsch, natürlich. For Goobers. Hey, Shuriken. How you doing? Shuriken says, hi, oh, hey, Whiskey. I have finals tomorrow and it's 1 a.m. Don't make my chop sound like that. I seem way chubbier now. Different sounds. I'm hiding my chop under my shirt, but now you can hear it. For the drum show. That feels good, actually. My lungs can even feel it. Okay, ow. Okay, sorry. All right. Finals tomorrow and it's 1 a.m. But watching the stream is way more fun than that. Well, after back to studying or else, you know what's gonna come. Is that the music? I did it pretty well. Not even close. What did you? Literally, what I just did. I can't. I know what you're trying to do, but that's not. Yes, those parts too when the shark gets closer. I know what you're trying to do. Yes, I have graduated, Mr. Wealthy. In Chinese. I can't. I would never let that warm food get cold. It deserves my love to be in my belly. Yes, absolutely. You're correct about that. That's why if you see nice food pictures somewhere, it's definitely a process for the person that take the picture or took the pictures. It's not easy to withstand that craving of eating it immediately. I had to deal with that every single day. First world problems, though. So, thank you, Bearded. I appreciate you saying that. Shuriken says hi, C. Hello, S. Now your husband's time is starting. Uncle, yes. You having another TED talk today, or do they want another TED talk? I am hungry. I'm doing okay. Just did a bunch of peeling, chopping, and studying. Apples, yum. Ask Chap if they want a TED talk about today. Do you have any requests for a TED talk? One eye's going. One eye is going sharp, other one is the way back with the change. What? Der weiße Hai, genau, Christian. Gut erkannt, habe ich doch sehr toll nachgemacht, oder? War fast, als würde man den Film nochmal schauen. Big boy, you're a lucky man. Remember those wise words. You have found a very loving husband. He serves you very well and also loves your massage. Well, remember those words, right? 6.1. Oh, yeah, I agree. It wasn't a good burp. 6.1 only. You can do better. I didn't know I burped. Yes, are you from Pakistan? Are you from Pakistan? Maybe. TED Talk. Shuriken is already scared. He's like, oh goodness, I like C, so I can't say no. So he's like in a little bit of a Bredouille, as we say in Germany. No one 12:30 schon in Deutschland. TED Talks? No. Musst du wieder arbeiten, Christian? Are we doing anything for dinner? Because if not, I'm just gonna make some oatmeal or something. Oatmeal for dinner. Well, yeah, you know what? I can make a roast. Not a roast, but like roasted potatoes. Okay. And zucchini. I have some zucchini from my friend from the garden. Uma, you can ask a question, of course. The question is, will I answer it? If it's a normal question, of course. What's your husband's name and where was he deployed the most? Nachtwache gerade. Where was we met so deployed pretty much in Germany, right? Yeah. Where was I deployed the most? Your mom's house? Wow. Ignore that. Bearded is a very kind person. You don't I'm sorry. Make jokes I'm sorry with him like that. Kind. That was just like perfect setup. He's used to trolls when I say stuff like that. Setup. So it was a perfect setup, I agree, but please ignore that. That was very rude. Sorry. You get the spoon. Sorry. Turn around. Good, no. You're about to get a spoon. Wow. See, he says wow. I lost a subscriber and a friend and a fellow raclette lover. Well, it was nice to know you, Bearded. If you leave us, I understand. That was hilarious. Oh man, he has a good humor, I guess. He thought it was hilarious. So lucky you. Nochmal gut gegangen. You should visit Pakistan. I had a classmate in school from Pakistan, and she showed me photos, and it was really nice. Oh. Your husband is such a bro. Yeah, he really is. That's why I like him. I like bro vibes. Okay. Bearded, look at this. The bread I'm dealing with in America. This is as good as it gets.
The healthiest and it's Christian bread. It's a win-win. It's healthy and it's
Christian habe ich in der Tat, ja. Ich habe tatsächlich zugenommen. Ich nehme täglich zu. Es geht nur noch bergauf. Mit dem Gewicht zumindest. Ever tried lifting your husband challenge? That guy? He probably couldn't even lift me at the moment. I came here with 118 pounds and I'm at 100 more than that. A lady never tells. Warum? Der amerikanische Lebensstil führt leider dazu, dass man eventuell ein bisschen zunimmt, wenn man nicht aufpasst. It is an abomination. Yes. Yeah, and it needs to be treated like that. I agree. Need to find make a big hole somewhere and like put it all in there and like never think about it again. So ja. Ich weiß, Christian, hast du recht. Ich bin dabei. Ich habe heute zum Beispiel nur meinen Salat gegessen und Kaffee getrunken. Das war's. Und vielleicht noch ein Smoothie nachher. Smoothie is a hard word for a German, by the way. My dad always said schmoozy, which means a cuddle, like if you translate it. But it sounds similar. I always made him green smoothies. He always hated that. So I always said, "Here, Papa, here's a green smoothie." And his reaction was always like, "Whoa." So yeah, at least he doesn't have to deal with that no more. Grandma, relax, you're right. Chowdery, cool name. I mean, how many types of bread are there in Germany? I heard that there's a lot. A lot, yes, a lot is not even the right term for it anymore. Yeah, there's so many. And it's not the bread that you would like buy here. It's not like this, you know. It's not in a package or anything. It's just out there and in the bakeries or even in the store. It's like in those like shelves that have a glass in front of it, and you can take it out yourself, or it's like in the behind the bakery. Depends. Like some are self-service, some are like you know, where someone like hands it to you and puts it in a bag. But I filmed a lot of bread or bakery stuff in Germany, and I still have to get to the point where I'm editing those videos. I have all the material. I just need to find the time to sit down and edit that. But I'll try my best to show those bakeries and bread and baked goods to you. So if you're patient, you will see eventually a video about special things about Germany, and the bread will definitely be part of that. Germans always say yeah and not yeah. Yeah, we say yeah. Yeah with a J and A. I am from Germany, but I live in the United States. Thanks for asking, and I'm doing okay. Except for my stomach rumble, but other than that, I'm doing good. Have you been to the Edinburgh Festival? I've never been to the Edinburgh Festival. What is it? Is it like a music festival, or what are they displaying or showing? Axel, danke, danke. Da werde ich ja ganz rot. Chowdery. What does your name mean, chowdery? Like a chowder? Like a clam chowder? Man, my throat gets so not so like dry here in Tennessee. I need to keep it lubricated and drink some water. Especially with all the talking I'm doing here. And yes, I'm drinking tap water. No plastic bottles right now. I'm trying. I don't like tap water, but I'm trying my best. I'm using a filter that I put on my sink. Bearded, how's the water in Paris? Do you drink tap water? I remember being to Paris and I did not enjoy the tap water very much. In Italy, it was also really terrible. In Germany, it's really okay. Depends on where, not where I studied. Like where I went to university was not good there, but in my hometown, it basically comes from the Black Forest, like right from the mountains, and it's really good there. But in general, I would say it's pretty okay. Chowdhury, you're a charmer, aren't you? Well, thanks for that. Edinburgh Festival, a lot of different acts, comedy, music. It's on 4 weeks in August. How cool! That's fun. And I bet the weather is beautiful in Edinburgh in August. Here in Tennessee, you wouldn't last a day outside in summer. It's not the place to be, the outside in summer in Tennessee. It's so hot. You can't believe it. So, yeah, I would not mind going to Edinburgh for a whole 4 weeks, trust me, if I could. But, yeah, girl, gotta work. And, yeah, I'm a Pavel. So I cannot afford going to Edinburgh right now. You know, but it's definitely been on my list. Scotland in general, I would love to see that. I feel like once I go there, I never want to leave again, so it's dangerous. My message is reaching you. Please tell me something. What message, Babul? What is the message? Hi, Jonathan. Long time no see. How are you doing? Em and I tried the duck. Oh, yeah, sure. Dancing for the first time yesterday. Have you had that one? I don't think. Oftentimes when you post the teas, I'm not sure if I had them because in China I was really lazy when it comes to teas. I really just went to the tea houses where they made or did this tea ceremony for you, or when I went to drink tea with my university professors, for example, they would make it for me. And because back then I wasn't as much into tea as I am now, I wouldn't ask them about it, which I regret a lot. I really, really wish I could have go to China right now and go through the whole process, like going to university there with my interests now and my knowledge now, rather than a few years ago. So pity, but at least it awoke my interest for it afterwards, or during, but at the end of it, unfortunately. Paris is a really old city. I don't trust the old tap system. Please don't look at them, even for Berlin. Oh, I'm sure there must be so much like lead and rusted and rusty stuff in there. Yeah, it is definitely true. I wouldn't trust it either. Many things. It's beautiful, but Europe having so many old places definitely has a lot of downsides to it too. So it's not just all ice cream and butterflies. Yeah, it's been a while. I agree. How's life going? How's y'all's Monday, by the way? Everyone that just joined us. Hope all is well there. It's too hot out there. Y'all should come out to. Is HI Hawaii? I'm silly for not knowing that. I think it is though, right? I would. If I wasn't a Pablo, I would. I use Evian or Crystalline. Evian is too chalky for me. Not chalky, calciumy. It has too many natrium. It has too much minerals to me. It's like the alpine. That sounds weird. Alpine water, like water from the Alps. There we go. Um, it has a lot of minerals. Too minerally water is probably good for you, but I don't enjoy the taste very much. I'm more of a Volvic kind of guy. Tschüss, Christian, gute Nacht, Schlaf. Nee, schlafen ist ja noch nicht angesagt bei dir. Viel Spaß bei der Arbeit noch. Pass auf dich auf, sei vorsichtig, aber bist du bestimmt sowieso. Und bis zum nächsten Mal. Hi from the Scottish Highlands. Hi, Paul. Hey to you, to the Scottish Highlands. How cool. I wish I was there right now. The weather is probably much nicer. Hiking in the Scottish Highlands, that must be really cool. It's understandable you were quite busy with a bunch of other stuff while you were in China as for the dog. It's lovely stuff. So how's the taste if you want to describe it to us? I'm very curious actually how that tastes like because the name I need to look up where the name or why it has the name. You probably know about it, but I don't know if you want to like text it all out here because I know typing is really annoying. If you want to explain something, so I can look it up later myself. But yeah, and that's a good point. When you go to university in China, you don't really have much time to do anything. Like I did do leisure stuff. Like I did have free time, not much, but really my whole day, most of it consisted of studying. Really, I had so many vocabularies I had to learn. I had to learn 800 vocabularies a week because the university I went to was a very um, like tough one. So they had a lot of requirements. So I had to learn so many vocabularies every week, and it was really like my most of my time was taken away from that or with that. Unfortunately, and then unfortunately, I also had a relationship still to someone in Germany. So another part of my time would like go into that, which in retrospective, I don't want to say what a waste, but I wish I would have like focused my time on the time in China instead of that. But you never know until afterwards. Yes, it's the German accent. You are very right. Hatte recht. Ja, ich bin Deutsch. I'm flabbergasted by your natural face. Why? Because I'm chubby. A lot of flabber in my face, that's for sure. But I've always had um chunky cheeks. My grandma too, until her last day. So that's my destiny, chunky cheeks. It's a dancong, so it tastes like one of those, but it has a distinct floral type scent, which is unique. Ooh, I love floral teas. I would like that. Um, Mr. Hair Cheeks. Talking about nose hairs. With that name, well. I'm into midnight motorbiking. It's so peaceful and at night. Yes, but Paris is not very safe. Would you say Berlin would be safer? Mm-mm. Maybe like that much safer, but probably not. Not at the moment or with the direction it's going, I think. At least that's what YouTube like shows me. They always show like the scandalous stuff, they never show you like anything positive or good on YouTube. That's not how media works, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I dream this word. And from the police. Well, let's see if you can get a lawsuit going. Well, thanks, Axia. Where are you from, Axia? So are you in Germany? You talked about Döner Kebab, Döner, Gemüsekebab. Gemüsekebab besser als mit Fleisch. Stimme ich übrigens zu. The usual original legend is that those farmer in the Phoenix Mountains made this new tea cultivars, and to stop competitors from stealing clippings, he said that it tasted like duck. Mmm. He used it for fertilizer. Interesting. That's funny. See, I learned something new. I never heard about that. That's cute. Pretty people have mole on chin area. Well, I don't qualify. I'm from the south part of India. Nice. Is it close to Kerala? Sorry for the sound, by the way. That's me breathing. My chubby stomach pressing against the kitchen counter, making sounds like a stranded whale. That's how I feel like sitting up here or standing here. Sorry for all the typos in my last message. Yeesh, that's okay. I love that you used the original emojis before emojis were a thing, with like the symbols, like the numbers and symbols. Thank you, Bearded. In Sverige. Nice. Prata, svenska. Prata, svenska. Oh my goodness. My Swedish. Non-existent. I need to download Duolingo again and at least say my vocabulary. Tala prata. Tyskland, svenska. Yeah, svenska. Sverige, svenska. That's Swedish. There we go. Have you been to India? I've never been to India, but I would like to go. One day, hopefully. Hi to Portugal, Mauricio. I love Portugal. Talking about India, never been to India, but I've been to Portugal a few times. Portugal's really, 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 really nice. I loved it a lot. Hi, Raumfahrt. I am from India. In Bremen, nice. I am from the Black Forest in Germany, at the Swiss and French border in the very south. Emoticons. Blend in on YouTube. I try to use emojis. That's funny. That's a funny thought that you're like trying to use them. I do that too. Like, you know, I like a few. I have like a few I like, but most emojis. I will give some guys here some emoji advice. Take it or leave it. But there's certain emojis that guys, if you're like texting with a girl, if you're like still in the dating game, and my condolences if you are, because the dating game, ugh, it sucks, doesn't it? Fun, but also not really at the same time, I think. Thinking back, but yeah, the one emoji with the crooked eyes and a tongue out, never use. Mm-mm-mm. Sunglasses, nee, we don't know. Sunglasses depends. Mm, but if you like mean it in a serious way, I wouldn't do it. And yeah, it's mostly the crooked eye one, the tongue out ones, the drooling one, creepy AF, never. What other emojis do some guys use while texting? And obviously don't listen to me, but that's just like from my experience and when I talk to like friends or my sister about when it comes to texting with guys in the past or like when they're dating. Certain emojis that are very frowned upon. And I don't think it's fair to the emojis, but it's just how we feel about them. I don't know why. My cat in the background, her tail? I don't think my cat is here right now. Pratar du svenska? Yeah, Pater, not Pada. Pada is French, right? Parle français? Est-ce que tu parles français? Right? Pratar du svenska. Came back to Portugal. Nice. Very cool. I would like to go back to Portugal, but probably not in any near future. Hey Josh, schön, dass du da bist. Ja, vor kurzem, ich glaube, es war im letzten Livestream, dass ich mal was von ihm kurz gehört habe. Ich habe ja kommentiert, wie du gesehen hast, glaube ich, dass ich verstehen kann, dass er keinen Bock hat. Nicht auf euch, aber eben auf die ganzen anderen, auf die man weniger Lust hat, die man weniger gerne sieht im Stream. Man kann es leider nicht wirklich verhindern. Klar gibt es ein paar Möglichkeiten, dass man das minimieren kann, dass Trolls und sowas im Stream sind, aber ganz geht's halt nicht. Aber ja, letztes Mal war er kurz hier und hat gesagt, wenn ich es richtig interpretiert habe, dass er genau aus diesen Gründen, die ich genannt habe, momentan eben das nicht so fühlt. You lived near to France? Yes, I did live near to France. So I lived right at the village or the border to France, so I could swim over to France from my village. The Rhine River would divide my village from France. So as teenagers, sometimes I would swim over to France, which was never a good idea because it's very dangerous. It's a very big river, and yeah, never, don't do that. Not a good idea. But when you're young and dumb, I'm still not young anymore, but still dumb, but not as dumb as that. I wouldn't do that ever again. Are you living in Freiburg and Breisgau? It's a beautiful place, a famous university. Grüße zurück, Kramfahrt. I can try to help you improve German. Like sometimes here in the stream, I do talk bilingual, like English and German, so I try to switch because a lot of people here, and we have some German people here in the community, so I try to like speak both languages. So sometimes, you wanna, if you need some practice, like listening practice, listening comprehension, we're writing a test, y'all. Get out your pen and your paper. I mean, we can try to do like a German stream if anyone is interested in learning German. I did teach a few people in the past during university when they were from different countries, and like I tutored them a little bit in German if they needed some help. Um, so I'm not great at it, but I can try. So if you want to, we can maybe try to do a German stream where we like cover some basics, or I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but we can figure it out. But even in a normal live stream, you'll probably learn a little bit. Um, Try this tongue twister. Cat can count coconut cream cakes. 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 But that was really hard. That's a good one. I know, yes. So, I mean, I've only driven to Paris once from where I'm at because it's not really far. It's like 4 hour drive from my village to Paris. So as a German, it's very far. I know for Americans that's like going to work, but so a lot of people would probably commute to Paris. Um, like a lot of people here in America commute like 2 hours to work, so for them it's nothing. But 4 hours for us is like quite far, so we would do like super rarely. So if you go to Paris from my village, you would drive through the Champagne hills where the champagne is growing. Like you can only call it champagne if it's like from the Champagne province or the hills of the Champagne province. And that was really beautiful. Past a lot of little farms and wineries and or vineyards. Beautiful drive going to Paris until you get to Paris, and you will see some of the worst drivers in your entire life. I don't even have words to describe the driving skills in Paris, but if you get to roundabouts in the city and they're coming from like there's like 5 streets all ending in that roundabout and everyone's trying to get in and out. There will be cars coming at you, sideways, in the back. It's like imagining a Walmart parking lot with no parking signs on the ground, and everyone's just like blocking you in, kind of like playing Tetris. Like everyone's just trying to like make their way in, going all kinds of directions. It was a nightmare driving in Paris. Oh my goodness. If you can drive in Paris, you can do everything. You can achieve everything in life, pretty much. And I couldn't. I had to like, I was literally parking inside of the roundabout. I was like, this is it. No, I'm not doing this no more. I like stopped my car, got out, um, left, and I let my friends like drive. I was over it. I just walked to the Airbnb where we had to go to, put it on my Google Maps, and I walked the entire way. I was like, you can take the car, keep it. sell it, do whatever what you want with it, but I'm not driving here no more. I was over it. It was like a nightmare. So Bearded can probably approve it, or maybe I'm just not good enough to drive in Paris. In Italy is a similar way. Italians just have their own way of driving. Like traffic signs or rules don't matter as much there. Like they have their own rules, like traffic rules that you either accept or, you know, you gotta make sure you're aware that you're just a visitor and you gotta stick to their rules. And then it works. Can anyone guess what I had for lunch? Mm, didn't you say it earlier? I think you mentioned it, didn't you? My little pea brain already forgot. Sorry, puppy dog. I am interested in learning in German. German stream? Nice. I'll try to do that once in a while. Old Roy? What is Old Roy? It sounds familiar. My nails? I have quite short nails at the moment. Like usually I have really long nails. I have naturally strong nails, so I can grow them out pretty far, but with carrying so much like heavy boxes at work, it's a little easier to keep them a little shorter. Hi, alaikum salam. Mian. France has the worst cars and drivers. Thanks. Thanks for saying it. Um, it is, I agree. Oh, no, no, no. I take it back. I take it back. Swiss. I live at the Swiss border and French border. The Swiss people top the French drivers. Yes. So it's the Swiss people at the border, at least. Maybe not everywhere in Switzerland. So I'm not trying to generalize, but if you grew up where I grew up or lived where I lived, it's a madhouse. It is really something. Hi, Khalid. In Paris, they will steal your car. uh, it probably got a little bit worse than when I was there a few years ago. I was there after my high school graduation. No, yeah, that and my first year in college. As a little trip for vacation. Baked Swiss chard and another pan-baked chicken with whole cumin seeds and whole fennel seeds. Oh, that sounds good. Now I'm hungry, puppy. Thank you. That sounds delicious. Married or bachelor? Both. I'm married and I have a bachelor's, if that counts. For dessert, it was baked quince fruit with water. Oh, quince fruit. Puppy, I think you were already gone when I mentioned that, but quince fruit is one of my favorite fruits ever. It's so underrated and not well known in so many parts of this country. But in Germany, quince is a big thing. Quince cake, quince jam. It's just such a delicate flavor. Shuriken, I think, have we talked about it already? Do you know quince? It's like it's kind of like an apple with like fuzzy hair on it, kind of like a peach. It feels like a peach. It's hard as a rock, and it tastes a little bit like an apple. If apple and roses had a baby, that's how quince, apple, roses, and pears, if they had a baby, it kind of like has a fruity floral aroma, and it's very interesting. It's hard to describe it. Spectre, I'm not Australian and not from Norway. I'm from Germany. How many children do you have? I have one Oscar, one Rusty, and one Moose. So 2 cats and one dog. I know that doesn't count as children, but those are my pet children. And no, I'm not a Muslim. Hatten mal mit ein paar Freunden eine Supercar-Tour unter anderem durch Frankreich. Einmal nie wieder, hat echt Angst in dem Porsche. Ja, das kann ich mir gut vorstellen, Josh. Gut, zum Glück hattest du nicht den Lambo dabei. Da wird's noch teurer, als wenn man den Porsche reparieren muss, oder? Aber ja, durch Frankreich, das würde ich auch nicht noch mal machen, außer mit meinem alten Klappergestell. Ich rede nicht von mir selber, sondern von meinem alten Auto. In Paris, everyone is in a hurry. I drive fast too, can't lie. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. If you're from Paris and if you're used to driving there, same with Italy, if you know how it works and you know how everyone's like way of thinking on driving is, you will adapt to it. But if you're like from outside and you're not used to that, that's definitely very frightening. So you live at the beach? Nice. I sure don't. I wish. That's good for you. Quince I love and I know about it because I am Balkan person. Oh, you think the quince is a very Balkan fruit? Never thought about it. Maybe it's more known in the more Balkan area. You're right. In Germany, it's very popular or known too, but probably ends there. I've never seen it much like on the more western side. Quince jam. Oh, quince jam is so good with some vanilla in it. I always made quince jam with my dad. It was really good. Are you sure you're not a magnet? Because I'm getting attracted to. Hey, Charlotte. Marco, grüß zurück. Yay. Marco in the house. Schön, was von dir zu hören, Marco. Danke, dass du das letzte Mal ein Lebenszeichen von dir gegeben hast. Ich glaube, viele waren sehr erleichtert. Ich habe auf deinem Kanal nachgeschaut, ob es was Neues gibt. Und da habe ich die Kommentare unter deinem Shorts gesehen. Und dachte ich, gib mal meinen Senf ab. Thank you, Axel. Appreciate it. It's cross between apple, pear, and peach. It's fragrant. Yeah, and peach. And it almost has a little bit of like a floral, like a flower taste too when you make it into a jam. Very delicate. Papua New Guinea, yes, exactly. Do you call it Papua New Guinea here or New Guinea? We say Papua New Guinea in Germany. Yay, Josh ist auch hier, Marco. Falls du noch da bist. Sind alle wieder vereint. Ich kann es aber gut verstehen, Marco, dass du keinen Bock mehr hast, habe ich vorhin schon gesagt, als Josh gerade neu dazugekommen ist. Ich verstehe es sehr gut. Mir geht's auch mindestens einmal die Woche so, dass ich sage, nee, kein Bock mehr auf die. Weiß schon. Oder ihr wisst schon. Bright purple. What's bright purple? I also love figs as well as favorite because they can be green and bright purple. Yes, figs are some of my favorites too. I love figs. Quince, figs, jackfruit, cherries, and what would be number 5 of my favorite fruits? I'll leave that one open because the 5th favorite fruit is usually a seasonal. Those 4 is like are my staples, and then the last one is like either watermelon, pineapple, or whatever is in season. I always have like one seasonal fruit I'm craving that I always like eat whenever it's just the sweetest and ripest, or strawberries. But jackfruit, quince, figs, always on top of my list, no matter what time of the year. Indian living in Sweden wants to find a German girlfriend. Give me some tips. Why don't you find a Swedish girlfriend if you live in Sweden? What's the difference, or what's better about a German girlfriend and a Swedish girlfriend? And we have another person here living in Sweden. So, hey to Sverige. Don't search and try. Good point. Yeah, if you search for something, you won't find it, I guess. Not always the case. There's like some rare exceptions, if you know what I mean. Some of you might get it. Your transition surgery isn't believable. Yeah, because it's not true. That's why it's not believable. Für Josh. Josh, heute, du musst noch mit deinen Screenshots von Marco dich, wie sagt man? Oh, ich kann schon kein Deutsch mehr. Schrecklich, ich sag's euch. Vorlieb nehmen, so. Vorlieb nehmen. Wie vornehm. Vornehm ausgedrückt. Marco, der Josh hat schon Entzugserscheinungen. Der Arme. Kommst du mal irgendwann wieder zurück, Marco? Nach der Auszeit oder überlegst du noch? Ich kann beides verstehen. Jackfruit, my favorite also. Isn't it so good? Guava, yes. Guava when it comes to juices. Ow, my neck. When I'm moving like a certain way in my neck, just like it's like stinging, like a stinging pain. Guava juice, so good. I love it. I always get that when I go to a Vietnamese restaurant or Thai restaurant. Fig confiture is amazing. It is, yes, with cheese. But figs in general, fresh from the tree, that was one of my favorite things about being in Croatia in summer. All the fig trees along the roads, you could just stop with your car anywhere, and there was like fig trees on fig trees on fig trees that were everywhere, and you could just like fill your stomach with just figs, and they're so good when they're like fresh from the tree. Yum. They're like crunchy inside too. The seeds, like they have like just a crunchy sensation, kind of like for all you Americans, the crunch chocolate, like with the little like Rice Krispies in there, kind of like that, the crunchy sensation. Okay, bye, Shuriken. The roast in the oven. Enjoy your roast. That's amazing. I wish I had some roast in the oven right now too. Not in a metaphorical way, but in the literal way. That would be really good. But yeah, happy for you that you're having a roast. And say hi to Em and the rest of the crew, please. I'm gonna hop off in a little bit too. Okay, good night, Bearded. Gute Nacht. Bonne nuit. Ciao. Im November vielleicht zum, wie sagt man, Ohio Summer? Indian Summer? America in America. Yes, Raj. That's where the name actually, that's why I picked the name, because I thought it would be a good wordplay. Because Ami has multiple meanings. In Bengali, I think I heard it means I am. Ami means in French means friend, and Ami is also a German way of calling an American in a short way. We would just call them Ami. Um, it does not mean the like in World War II. A lot of people would call Americans Ami, so it's not supposed to have that connotation in my case, but even nowadays, people would call people from America Amis. Which would you go for, Swedish or German? Oh yeah, puppy. No, you're not from in Sweden, right? Who was in Sweden? We have Raj in Sweden and someone else in Sweden. Persimmon, yes. Puppy, we have the exact same fruit taste. We call him kaki, or in Germany, persimmon. I love those. Like cut in slices is better than any candy that you can eat, but like when they're in season and really ripe. Hi, Milan. I'm doing good. How about yourself? And greetings to Indonesia. Thank you. Like a peach with apple cinnamon flavor. Yes, it is so it has such a complex flavor and is so sweet. Like it's one of the sweetest fruits I can imagine. And absolutely no sourness to it. I really enjoy fruits that have like zero sourness, even though I like sour food. I like capers and lemons, and even my savory fruits. I like to add vinegar or anything that's sour. But with fruits, I absolutely do not like any sour flavor for some reason. Hey, BT, back for a few. Nice. I'm gonna hop off in a little bit, so I'm gonna let you all go into your Monday night because I'm sure you have other important stuff to do. Drittel im Chat sind hier mal wieder. Ja, so sieht's aus, Marco. Man gewöhnt sich dran, leider. Western news. Ah, yeah, you're from Pacific Northwest. Someone else here earlier was from Sweden. A similar name. How many hi aunties showed up today? Actually, I think no, none. None today, but never say never. It's never too late for some aunties. But we definitely had the classic transition ones. What else do we have? We didn't have any if I have a girlfriend one. Even though I'm wearing a shirt like this, I was surprised. I was expecting some of those, but they're not in the chat today. Honestly, it wasn't too many mean ones today, or they think they're mean, but they're just stupid. But no, not today. Just a little, a classic. Oh, the funny story. Let's hear. I want to know. We have the same fruit taste. Well, I'm happy about that. We absolutely do. Every fruit that you named was like literally. Sometimes I don't even think about that fruit because it's not in season, but now that you named it, I'm like, yes, like definitely my favorite. So, absolutely. Hi, Anis. Mir geht's gut und dir? I can pretty much eat no food anymore. Everything causes horrible pain, worse. Ugh. Also hat nichts geholfen, Marco. Hast du nicht so was Neues ausprobiert? Mit L? Aber hat wahrscheinlich nichts gebracht, oder in dem Fall? Es tut mir echt leid. Ich wünschte, ich könnte helfen, aber leider bin ich kein Experte. Auch wenn ich mich sehr viel mit dem Thema beschäftige, mit Ernährung und so, aber mit Schmerzen, ja, in Amerika ist es natürlich schwierig, sowas rauszufinden, ohne seine Nieren zu verkaufen. Yes, I like dates. I have dates in my pantry a lot. They're amazing. So yeah. I had a bleach and water solution in my water bottles. I emptied 2 and left the solution in the third. Uh-oh, I'm scared where that's gonna go. 3 hours later, I forgot about the third bottle. I opened and took a big gulp of bleach. BT. And how was it? How did it go? Oh my goodness. Well, I guess there's no more bacteria left in your mouth, so that worked as a mouth rinse, I guess. Oh my goodness, that could have been so bad. I'm glad you realized it immediately, at least. Here in Tennessee, you probably wouldn't have, because every water literally tastes like you put bleach in there. They probably do, honestly. Man, I'm glad you got rid of it and it didn't lead to any complications, hopefully. Gibt es noch einen Arzt-Termin? Ja, frage ich mich auch, Josh, aber ich glaube, Marco hat wirklich gibt wahrscheinlich kaum irgendwas, was er nicht ausprobiert hat an dem Punkt. Das ist echt, wenn man nichts machen kann, das muss echt frustrierend sein. Fasten, Marco? Aber Fasten tust du wahrscheinlich automatisch, weil du ja nichts essen kannst. Also hast du es wahrscheinlich indirekt auch schon ausprobiert. I'm not writing the same comments for the third time. It makes me look stupid. I used hydrogen peroxide. Does that work? So you like neutralize it with that? I would think it would make it even worse because it also has like a similar effect, right? Findet auch nichts. Also vielleicht hat es einen ganz anderen Grund, Marco. Hast du mal dich auf Parasiten testen lassen? Habe ich mal Videos zugeschaut, dass viele Leute unerklärliche Schmerzen oder Symptome haben dadurch. Und die müssen auch gar nicht unbedingt in dem Bereich angesiedelt sein, sondern können auch woanders stecken. You taste it right away. It's pretty bitter and smells like bleach. Ugh. How long did you have that bleach flavor lasting? It was probably forever, huh? I would assume. Don't worry. Okay. So as long as you don't swallow it, I guess you would be alright. Well, I'm glad, like I said, you figured that out because we wouldn't want to lose you, BT, to something like that, or in general, but especially not to something like that, please. And we also need updates on the turtles, so please don't go. I'm freaking out because Bleach can a 1 to 2. Whoa, that is a lot. Well, what do we learn from this? Never put any bleach into something that you would potentially drink from, or forget, or something that resembles like a glass or a drinking bottle. um so yeah, I guess you learn from everything, right? Retrospective. 15 to 20 seconds, that's long. Did you leave it in there so long? Dankeschön, Marco. Dir auch. Und ich hoffe, mit der Wärmflasche oder mit der Heizdecke war es doch, oder? Wärmekissen, dass es ein bisschen zumindest es lindert und dass es dir nicht ganz so miserabel geht. Hm. Aber ja, war sehr schön von dir zu hören, Marco. Ich wünsche dir das Beste. Hoffe ich auch. Hoffnung stirbt immer zuletzt und ja, nicht aufgeben, Marco. I cannot tell you how to get a German girlfriend, but it always helps to be funny in a not forced way, to naturally be funny and not creepy, a little witty, friendly. Mm, but that goes with every country, like not just Germans. Yeah, I would have done the same thing, BT. I would have like rinsed it all night probably. I was going to say, take a video of the turtles then. Don't search for it. Maybe you'll find one, maybe not. Don't be like that. Exactly. Don't force it. Like if it happens, it happens. If not, oh well, there's a lot of fish out in the big pond waiting for you, I'm sure. I was in the bedroom. It took 15 seconds to get. Oh, I got you. I got you. I would have just spit it on the ground. If it was me, I would have freaked out already. So, good for you that you were able to like contain it and not bleach your floor. So I couldn't have done that. I didn't search, and 10 years have passed. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Hmm. Being single and being being in a relationship, it both has ups and downs, but forcing it never helps, and you can't, you know, change anything about it. Like if you force it, it will probably only get worse, and it makes you feel desperate, and that doesn't help in the search or in the process, I guess. But wish you good luck with, you know, the love life and relationships, and I'll let you all go into the night. Thank you, Charlotte. God bless you too. Yeah, if you try too hard, exactly. Life's hard. You can't force things. Exactly. Life does not work like that. Nothing can be forced. When you force something too hard, it will like get further and further away from you, I think. So, yeah. Sleepy Joe, you probably haven't been to Germany, have you? A single, like a dollar bill, but don't spare change. You learn in Camlab to wash anything that gets in contact with dangerous chemicals for 15 minutes straight or water. And I know we had in the when I was going to university, I did biology for a little bit. We had to do chemistry too during that time in the beginning for the basics, and we had like this like hose in the lab just in case anything happened. I remember someone got something in the eyes, and they would have to like use that like hose and spray like rinse out the eye for forever. Um, so we learned that there too, but luckily I never had to do it. I don't think anyone thinks you're trying hard. You just said that you would like to try harder. That's how it came off, at least. I think that's why people understood it that way. Good night, BT. Have a good rest of your Monday and have a good week, everyone. Drink your water, by the way. This is your call if you didn't drink today. Always forget to drink enough water. Always been like that. Thank you, Yaga. Germans are good people, but they don't have jokes. Absolutely not true. But we have a different sense of humor, compared to, every country has their sense of humor, I guess, or some countries have similar and some have like completely different. Like German humor is like so different from American sense of humor, for example. And I got to appreciate or learn to appreciate American humor a little bit more now that I live here. In the beginning, I didn't laugh about many things, but I got more used to it. I think it really depends on where you live and the understanding of people's culture and the humor. You kind of like warm up to it. But yeah, Germans are actually, in my opinion, to me personally, very funny. But some people just don't understand German humor or they have like a different perception of it, and it's totally fine. That's why there's different kinds of humors, and you just like, go with what you like, and no one has to think Germans are funny. We will still think we're funny ourselves, and that's all that matters. And you think you're funny, like your country or the environment you grew up in, and that works for everyone, so that's fine. But yeah, I'll let you all go into the night and have a good rest of your Monday and a good week. And I'll talk to you next time. One German told me a joke. He said they had 10 million World War and now they have 10 million. Well, that's not a good joke. So in that case, I would understand that people think it's not funny, but that's actually very, very dark. But there's some people like that for sure that tell those kind of jokes, but don't listen to them. Bye, everyone. Bye, Raj. Bye, everyone that's new here. And thank you for subscribing, for liking. And I'll see you again probably on Wednesday for Hump Day. So make it through the week. We can do it. We're all stuck on this blue planet together and in that red race together. So good luck getting through the week, and you can do this. And drink your water and eat your fruit and your vegetables and your greens, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen und gute Nacht. Good night. Schlaft gut. Bye, Jay. Thanks for still being here, for sticking around. Tschüss.